Welcome to PVP TV UK, local and international news. I'm Simone Robinson.
And I'm Anthony Mackenzie.
Vybz Kartel, Sean Storm, Ninja Man, Tommy Lee, Layden, Zebra, Quada, George Nooks, Ridicule, and Philpa Mafia would be a headline epic, the first Jamaican prison concert. The Jamaican music space has seen many great artists, however, a lot of these entertainers have found themselves in situations that have led to their incarceration, even further making them bigger legends than they already are. It's often joked about how many dancehall artists find themselves behind bars, because the names are big enough to headline and pack any known dancehall show. Better yet, it would be epic to see them all performing on one show in prison. Here's a breakdown of some of the industry's big talents that found themselves behind bars or are currently facing issues with the law. In the year 2008, the artiste known as Zebra, who was arrested on rape charges, was later freed. However, he was not so lucky in the year 2010, as he was arrested once more for charges of rape and buggery of a 14-year-old girl. Zebra was later sentenced to 30 years for his crimes.
I give my dark glass of beer, with a piece of thicker lady near and dear, do a cake sweet, but I me give him the beer, jump on the bus and never have no bus fear, beg a drive, please short, load and clear, so that the doctor and the doctor fear, get the nearly let him off.
Right about the same time in 2010, there emerged the flossing king Philpa Mafia, who went to all his stage shows throwing out lots of money. Eventually, he became a suspect in the eyes of the law, and was arrested and sentenced to 25 years in prison for cocaine distribution, money laundering, and conspiracy. Philpa is still remembered in Jamaica by many, and to this day many fans can say that they have earned money just by being in his audience when he was out. The incarceration of Vybz Kartel and Sean Storm was a definite shocker for dancehall fans in the year 2011, when they were arrested initially for marijuana charges, which eventually led to 2 murder charges. Even though the teacher was freed from one of the murders, he was eventually found guilty alongside Zebra and 2 other men for the murder of Clive Lizard Williams. The body of Williams still has not been found to this day, however. Kartel and his co-accused were still convicted based on a voice note evidence and video footage that suggested that the men might have committed the crime. The world boss was eventually given 35 years to life, while Sean Storm was given 25 years, which for both men were cut by a few years after an appeal was made.
Hey, money! Up here, we send them off! You're sent alone! Let them line up the car, them and the bike, run it on them. Mop your mother where they feel like. And me say puzzle up me body not dead free. Make we step like a safety pin, and get the league in a war when they feel like.
The next Jamaican music legend who received a life sentence was the Don Gargan Ninja Man himself, who in the year 2017 was sentenced to 25 years in prison for the murder of a man in a domestic dispute that took place in 2009. Ninja Man has been one of the most known dancehall artists in Jamaican history, and has contributed to the genre immaculately by way of his style of delivery, as well as his massive humanitarian support of the country's youth.
Kill them and done, you know me, not a time for you to go kill them and done, me telling them, kill them and done, kill them and done, you know me, not a time for you to them, you know, say, me, in a me hotel, me say, in a window, me and me wife, joy, a cool and settle down, you see, a room 10, me there cool down, and all of a sudden, yelling, come and call me down, say, sin, thing I wanna put more, and come then down, so me just put on me khaki suit and just come and tell her the Dan Gorgon coming, when the see the Dan Gorgon coming, when the see the Dan Gorgon coming, goodbye.
Just recently in dancehall music space, younger entertainers such as Layden, Tommy Lee Sparta, and Radical have seen themselves fall victim to the laws of the country, with all of them currently on gun charges. Layden was sentenced to 4 years in prison after he was seen disposing of an illegal firearm, while Tommy Lee Sparta was found with an illegal gun on himself, and Radical was detained for being in a car that was found with an illegal weapon, which he has now gotten bail for.
Good to see them. Let me see them in here. You don't know come a peace and love and unity. You see any boy violate anybody, you know? Shoot, full up party with the 16, mama. When I want to I when I call. Gorilla, catch it on the wall, make it summer. Make it ball, brrrr, dash it up. Say me your badness. Say Gaza. Secret weapon, if I from the dead. The teacher said to bust out any end. Papa, what's it?
Unruly dancehall artiste Quada is another who is in hot water with the law. After several appearances in court, the entertainer is still not able to enter a reported plea to the court, with the latest report stating that his court date was pushed back because of a pause in proceedings. Quada was charged in January of the year 2020 for murder and arson, an incident that took place in Stirling Castle, St. Andrew, where a man by the name of Miguel Williams was beaten and burned inside of the house he was staying. On the gospel side of things, it came as very surprising news when veteran singer George Nooks was brought in on drug suspicion charges, for which he is still going to court. He is set to start trial on July 27th.
Tonight, for the one you love, we're holding your heart tonight. Mother, you my papa, singers, let me hear you. I can be a hero, baby. Wait, okay. And I can kiss you where you pray. Don't let me tell. I will stand by you forever.
With all these top artists behind bars, it does feel like a part of the culture is missing in the streets. Hopefully in the future, we will see fewer artists getting arrested, and more rising and wising up. We would like to hear your views. Email us at pvptvuk24@gmail.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell for more updates.